What is up, society? My name is Stacey, and I am starting a YouTube channel. How crazy. I feel like it's been a long time. What we're doing today is we're going to be taking my blog posts that I've written. The link is below. And just reading them, I guess, and talking about it. So yeah, let's get started. Also, featuring my cat. Barely on screen. Today we're talking about streamer don'ts according to streamers. Before I begin, I want you to know that this is information that I found online. I wouldn't say that I'm an expert by any means, because that would be silly. I also want to say you can check Selly Gnome at my address there. And if my numbers are not very good, or I probably shouldn't be talking about this, it's only because I have a kid who's 4 months old, so yeah, he might be older by the time this is launched, but that's why my numbers are not that great. This is streamer don'ts according to streamers. When I wrote this blog, I actually asked Twitter what we talked about, so I'll be starting with the points, elaborating a bit, and probably talking about who said it, maybe, who knows. The number one rule that a lot of people talked about, though, is do not, I repeat, do not, do follow for follow. This is something that I fell into as far as a trap goes, because I thought, hey, if I have more numbers, maybe viewers will come. Wrong. It does not help at all. All it does is make you look like you have an inflated follower amount for no reason and like 1 to 2 viewers. Nobody comes around. They do not support for support. And if it's on Twitter, it looks horrible also. If you have 5,000 followers and you're following 6 or 7 or 8,000, number one, you're never going to see the post you want to see. And number two, people are going to laugh and think that it's obviously a weird account or a bot account. So follow for follow, do not do it. I repeat, do not. It's probably the number one rule that everybody follows. And they find out the hard way when their numbers just don't add up. So don't do that. Please. And when using Twitter, another thing is do not use hashtags. If you use hashtags on Instagram, that's probably a great way to grow. You can connect with people and stuff. Twitter, nobody uses hashtags. I repeat, nobody uses hashtags. I can't really honestly say that I've ever used them except for the support small streamers when I first started, which also is a sin that nobody uses. So stop using hashtags. Honestly, seriously, cut that out. Support for support is overrated. This is from a tweeter, and we'll say it because they actually said this. Support was the advice given, and I did that for almost 4 months straight. When I was unemployed and people supported me back. Then I got a job and couldn't support as much, and everyone stopped helping me. So, you know, support is overrated. People think that if you support other people, they're going to support you back. And that's rarely happens. If you want to get support, just go to content that you like. 9 times out of 10, if you mesh with the community, you start to share viewers. Now, that's not saying go into someone's stream and try to, self-promo, because that's a totally different ballgame. But try to legitimately make friends. And 9 times out of 10, if you follow each other on Twitter or you friend them on Twitch, then they can see that you're streaming, and if they want to come to your streams, then they will. But don't sit there and think that support for support is going to get you there, especially when there's communities which shall not be named and they're no longer around and support was overrated. And if you look at those people who were doing the support for support from the big communities who are shut down but functioning under a new name, yeah, that's meant to be a long quote. Um, if you actually look at those streamers, they're not around anymore. They don't have very many viewers, and they put a lot of money into supporting people because they think that financial support is a big thing. Number 4 on my list is you don't need to be oozing positivity to be successful. People think that everybody wants to be positive and my life is great and your life is great and everything's great and the rainbows are around and there's unicorns over here and brownies over here. Be real. Because if you ooze positivity, people notice that you're being fake. I'm not saying be negative either, because that's a whole different thing. But just be real. If you're having a great day, that's okay. If you're not having a great day, that's also okay. But you don't need to sit there and ooze positivity. That does not make sense. Being unique will make you successful. This is from a tweeter. Nah, don't worry about being unique. Worry about yourself. There will be people out there that will vibe with you, and you don't have to have a gimmick or shtick or a special thing. I think this goes to show that if you try to mimic somebody else, like, I don't know, say you want to be Admiral Baru or Lyric, Shroud, Ninja. If you want to be those people, that's fine. But people are not going to notice that you're mimicking somebody else. They want to notice who you are. That's what makes you unique and your stream different. You are not going to grow on Twitch if you blend in with everybody else. It just doesn't happen. Streaming more means better success. This is a myth, 100%. And I will never forget when I asked Harris Heller on Twitter. I will also link his Twitter below if you are interested in following him. He does lots of streams. He answers questions, posts videos, blah, blah, blah. I could talk about that, totally different blog. But yeah. I actually posted to him a question. He was taking questions. And I asked what the number one thing that he wishes he did not do or had not heard of. And that is streaming more means better success. Why? People think that if you're live 12-hour streams or 24-hour streams, that you're going to be super successful. Wrong. People don't care. They want you to do more behind the scenes. There are hundreds of thousands of people trying to hit it big on Twitch. You are not going to grow by streaming more. Take that time, divide it by whatever, and put more into different aspects like YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and try to promote those socials, because the number one problem, or one of the top problems I should say on Twitch, is getting people to watch your stream. And you will not get that if you're streaming 12 hours and 24 hours to 3 people, including the bots in your chat. Stop self-promo. This includes veiled promos. Yeah, these gotta stop. This is super weird. This is probably gonna tie into a lot of videos. I've had it done myself, and it's super awkward to see it in someone else's chat. But this would go along the lines of, hey, I'm streaming, what's up, chat? And you have someone come in and say, hey, what's up? And you know, you're like, not much, how's your day going? It's, oh, I'm good, just going to start my stream, have a great night. Cut that out. Seriously. Cut it out. Nobody is falling for it. We all see the difference. And you need to seriously stop doing it. It is embarrassing to see. And you look like a fool in someone else's chat. I know I've been watching people and someone has come in like, oh, how's your day going? And they've been like, oh, you know, just get done an 8-hour stream. This includes Twitch chat, Twitter. If someone posts a tweet, stop giving the veiled promos for yourself under their tweets. You look like trash. And Discords. Yeah, a lot of Discords have promotion channels. Do you think people read them? Not a lot. And it looks super scummy if you never talk in their general text channel and all you see is promos. So yeah, I would cut that out for sure. And that's probably about it for that blog post. If you like this and more and want to see any of the things that I found out for streaming, follow, subscribe, like, whatever. And like I said, my numbers aren't that great, but I also just had a baby, so I'm not even really streaming that much. And any of these tips, you really have to like weed them out because they're not going to apply to everyone. Seriously, I had to do that also. But for now, happy streaming, and I'll see you in chat.